Ka, life force. This is a rainbow-colored torus. The donut-shaped geometry of the tube torus expresses the concept of spirit as life force. Ka comes from the Merkaba. It is spirit. The water lilies, which are intended to symbolize our potential for enlightenment, surround and are contained within this rainbow-colored torus. Let this card signify our relationship to spirit and the life flow to the universe. Relax and follow your breath. Slowly allow yourself to enter this image. Use it as a device for meditation and place from which to access the full spectrum of inner guidance. Notice how each of the colors has dimension and holds energetic vibration. Move within this shape to touch the water lily inside. See its purity and beauty of its form. Feel the colors moving around as you sit with this perfect flower. Notice how the colors spin and interact with another. Accept into your being the wholeness that is embodied in the Ka, and return to your life with the knowledge that there is order, beauty, and life force in everything. So I pulled this card and I feel like the very last line asking me to accept into my being the wholeness that is embodied in the Ka, the spirit, and return to my life with the knowledge that there's order, beauty, and life force in everything, is encouraging me to trust that the fear that I'm in right now is my experience and that I'm purging something. So right now I live in a dual diagnosis treatment group house. I arrived here through the mental health system. I was hospitalized in a state of, some would call psychotic episodes, some would call it spiritual awakening. I choose to call it both. I know that my trauma led me into my psychotic break, as well as my inability to take care of myself, my chemical dependencies, as well as divine intervention. So the intelligence that is my primal being led me to hide under the bridges, along the tracks, along the river in Portland, Oregon, seeking isolation. I think my soul in the psychic realms was calling out for me, and the light beacon in those realms must have been so bright as I tried to disconnect from the world that it led me into the veil thinning and dimensions revealing themselves through so-called hallucinations. And so my experience in detail, maybe I'll share that and at a later time. I wasn't in a dark way suicidal. I was just fucking done and surrendering, and the messages that came through was that my family in another dimension is waiting for me. Like, there's a party going on and I'm missing it. And I was on a boat dock in the middle of April a few years ago. And I was on the boat and I jumped in my happenings, and I thought I didn't know if I was gonna fly up or fucking go be sucked down. It was a trip of an experience, and Mother Earth and the spirit of water showed me its power. Like I didn't think, I felt the magnetic pull of me pulling me down into the river and showing me its power greater than me and releasing me. And I caught hypothermia, and the fire department pulled me out of the river, and I just was so done with my fucking life that I told them that I wanted assisted suicide. So anyways, they locked me up for observation, and I got committed, and got labeled disabled, and got all these diagnoses, and some of them are off, some of them I'm healing. So I'm in this place where I'm in recovery from trauma, sexual abuses, and chemical dependencies, and apparently I must have chosen this as my way of cracking into my soul. I don't know what the purposes are, but to relate and to learn unconditional love. I mean, like, I have twisted stories, white light experiences while having some of these violations happening to me, and it's a trip of a thing because I feel like somehow some of these things were my choice, or at the least I failed and betrayed my intuitions and roamed with I walked right into the forest with some of these wolves, and I kicked it with some of these some would call demons. Real fucking dark, thick characteristics that were opposing my energies. But I had, for some reason, a need to follow these paths in attempt to infiltrate in with these people and try to do what they did and be like them and practice like them. So I created a lot of confusion within my psyche and my identifications and my image. And so through my grandiosity and my broken heart and my trauma and stuff, I spun these theatrics attached to the people, places, and things in the city that I live in. And so now I'm like retracting and disassembling the egos, and my spirit is merging, my soul is becoming whole with all this new information and these ways to identify and connect and have empathetic experiences with these people in my town. And there's just like, I play these games with the dictionary and these stories that spirit would have me understand. And some of these words that I just picked up are revealing to me, or at least I pray is me kicking, successfully giving up my habits and my addictions, because they're really getting in the way of being fit for my God's purpose and design for me. And I'm just tired. I'm tired. It's heavy. I want to purge this stuff and become ready to be employed by God as one of the angels. I mean, I don't know. I could be delusional, and I'm okay with that. But I feel like I've got some gifts of managing my walking in different characteristics and it all being true me. And I have a way, like some people are just like comfortable with me because I speak my truth, and I think that is essentially what most of us want, is open communication and to trust that we can accept each other on whatever level we're on or in. So I feel like I want to be witnessed. I may not be so easily to follow, and I may talk in circles, and I may have a lot of insanities. But I feel like I have something of value either within me or being created, and I want to be prepared to be ready to receive my gifts and my abilities, and remember my past lives and my abilities and let them come in. So I'm just gonna continue to kick those insanity vibration chemicals and consumptions and attitudes and energies, so I can better function and relate to this world. So it's my daughter's birthday tomorrow, and I don't have a physical connection with her right now. So that's probably stirring some shit up. I guess that's it for now. If you're still watching, thanks for witnessing. Later.